Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanao Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. ॐ नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः। ॐ समस्तजनकल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। Hari Om, salutations to all. So yesterday we saw Dakshinamurty Bhagwan's Dhyana Shloka, the first Dhyana Shloka. Bhagwan is sitting below a Vatavriksha and the disciples who have come are elderly and Bhagwan is in the form of a youth and he is facing the direction of the south. So he is sitting in the north facing the direction of south. So he is sitting in Uttara. Ut means above also. So from one standpoint, yes, north is above, south is below. But Ut also means go beyond. So to go beyond, to rise above body identification and to abide in that state of pure consciousness. And death means to be identified with that which is changing. So to go beyond the realm of change and identify and realize that I am the changeless consciousness, we experience that as the witness in us, which is just the awareness, not affected by any quantity or quality of the thoughts. Uninvolved, unaffected observer is the Sakshi. Literally, the word Sakshi means Sakshat Ikshate iti Sakshi, one who sees directly. We know ourselves only through a medium. We don't know ourselves directly as we are. We know ourselves only through the body, mind, intellect, and identified with this, which is continuously changing, our individuality also keeps changing. So I am tall, I am dark, I am young, I am handsome, I am, sad, I am happy, I am a believer, I am a capitalist, I am this, I am that. And somebody who is an atheist, non-believer at some point becomes a believer at another point. Somebody who is a capitalist at some point becomes socialist at some point. Somebody who has been very angry becomes compassionate. So like that, body, mind, intellect keeps changing. Teenager becomes youth, youth becomes elder, elder becomes old. Identified with that realm of change, identified with that realm of death is the Jiva. And Bhagavan is beyond this realm of change. So sitting in Uttara, the Disha, means one who has gone beyond and who sits in the sense who is established in that changeless truth or who is the changeless truth. And that Supreme Lord, when we run away from the change, realm of change, when we run away, meaning we take the refuge of Bhagavan, because having seen in the world that no matter what I achieve, I will still remain finite. And this whole realm of change will not make me fulfilled. I may get some temporary pleasure, but again some other craving starts. This cycle one who has seen through and says now enough, done and dusted, seek that which is supreme, which is that which gives fulfillment, gaining which nothing more remains to be gained. That is the state of bliss, of ananda. So we saw yesterday ananda rupam, swatma ramam, mudita vadanam. And Bhagavan indicated what is the means to realize this changeless. This jnana mudra is the means. See, these three fingers coming together is symbolic of body, mind, intellect being integrated, meaning learning to keep my body, mind, intellect in one place. At the moment, our body, mind, intellect is not in one place. I may be sitting here, my emotions are somewhere else, my thoughts are somewhere else. Sometimes two are here, one is not here. Sometimes one is here, two are not here. So the mind, body, mind, and intellect, they are disintegrated. That is called Viyoga. We have to bring them into yoga. Yoga means to unite. And only then the ego can surrender. And this is Brahman or even Ishvara, and then one surrenders to the Lord. Now, this is purely symbolic. Just a simple clarification. This has nothing to do with your eligibility to realize the truth. Suppose for any reason your fingers are not able to come together like this. There's some whatever, because of age or any other factor, if some kind of a situation is where the fingers have become little bulky or they have become little bent and then you're not able to make it straight. Don't worry. Don't think that because of that you are not eligible to realize the truth. This is a symbolic mudra. This is a mudra. And mudra, one meaning of mudra is mudam rati iti mudra, that which will bring joy. And this is jnana mudra. So jnana which will bring joy. So it is knowledge. This is only an indication. With this, the prakriya has been indicated. Like when we have to give salute. The salute of army is different, salute of navy is different, the salute of the air force is different. Now, suppose we have to give a salute. Now, this is the way we salute, let us say. All the three fingers straight and this thumb here, and then we salute. Whatever some people will do like this. Now, this is the indication when we salute that I respect my country, I revere my country, I dedicate myself to the country, I will serve my country. So that's a bhavana. And this is the physical expression, the indication. It is not that, if this does not come together, then I'm not eligible to serve the country. So that don't get that confusion in the mind. So this is a indication of the prakriya, of the process, that what is that which needs to be done to realize the changeless truth from the realm of change, how to rise above. Ut means go beyond. So we are going towards north, away from the south. So when we are going towards the north, and when you meet the teacher, what does the teacher say? Teacher is not touching you and saying, now you got mukti. Teacher is not doing any miracle and showing to impress you. What is the teacher saying? You have to do this. Do what? Do first step, align your body, mind, intellect. Gurudev always said, bring your mind where your hands are. That is ekagrata as well as chitta shuddhi, both. Bring your mind fully into the now, away from the past and the future, here and now. So align the body, mind, and intellect. Do whatever we do with full alertness and awareness. If I train my mind to be in the present moment, here and now, and do everything with attention and alertness, then in the state of, in the practice of contemplation also, I will be fully present here and now. When I'm listening to the teacher and when I'm listening to Advait Vedant, I will be fully there. I will absorb, transform. If the mind is not fully there, little bit here and there we hear, selective listening happens, and then there is no proper clarity of thought, then one gets confused or one misunderstands. Guru says, Tattvamasi, you are that. And the disciple looks up, Acha, there's a crow there. Acha, I am the crow. But didn't understand because bits and pieces one is listening. So this is the prakriya. So the teacher is telling the student what has to be done by the student because bondage is in my head, I only have to drop it. Teacher can't do anything. Krishna Bhagavan didn't touch Arjun and give him, show some miracle and transform him. He gave the knowledge. With that knowledge, Arjun had to reflect. He asked so many questions, and then his clarity as it dawned, then he comes to understand, Acha, this is my Swarupa and this is my Swadharma, and now what should I do? So why should I fight the war? All that becomes clear to him. So this is the prakriya. Bring the body, mind, intellect together, detach from the ego. For that I need an altar of surrender. And that's why Ishtadevata is important. I do upasana and then I understand the Swarupa of Ishtadevata is Satchidananda. Whoever I am worshipping as Bhagavan, in the sense Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, Durga, Devi, Hanuman, any of these. So I surrender. This is the methodology which we have to apply. This is only an indication. What has to be done is the process. And one of the reasons that's why we sit in Dhyana also with this mudra, Jnana mudra, this is called, or Chin mudra. Chin mudram ananda rupam. Chin means consciousness, chit. Don't think English word chin. Chit. Chin mudra means mudra indicating chit, chaitanya, consciousness. And this, one has to put some pressure here. They say that this Jnana mudra, whatever the science of acupressure is, I am not an expert in that, but they say that this, if you press this here, whatever there are some learning knowledge points in the brain, those get stimulated and one is able to learn and grasp better. Now ensure that you don't press so much saying नहीं मुझे तो ज़्यादा point activate करना है तो एकदम दबा के रखो इसको and then there's pain in the finger and in meditating the mind goes there instead of just hold chin mudra and we sit like this. This also will help to understand that if we are in a relaxed state, sometimes the hands become like this. Or we are sleepy also, then the alertness goes. So again one comes back to this. Bring them together and hold them firm, straight. So the Dakshinamurty Bhagavan, there is one more beautiful shloka today which we will take up and meditate upon. This is the fourth shloka. Yesterday we did the first one, this is the fourth one. Simple one. Nidhaye सर्वविद्यानां भिषजे भवरोगिणां गुरवे सर्वलोकानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः. So salutations to Bhagavan Dakshinamurti. Who is he? Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. He is the Nidhi, the treasure house or the abode of all knowledge. Sarva Vidyanam. Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Bhishaje Bhavaroginam. Who is the doctor? Bhavarog, Bhishaj. Bhishaj means doctor. Of this roga called Bhavarog. He cures the one from Bhavarog. Gurave Sarva Lokanam. He is the Guru of the entire world. To that Dakshinamurti Bhagavan is my salutation. So the simple, beautiful shloka. Now, Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam, Bhagwan is the abode of all knowledge. Specifically, if you see Shivji, creator, sustainer, destroyer, that is one aspect. Everything comes out from him, stays in him, merges back in him. So he is the abode of everything that happens in this creation. Even language wise, if you see the Sanskrit language, the most ancient language, has come out of the Damru of Bhagavan Shiva. So the Maheshwara Sutras, when he played the Damru, the sound of the Damru produced these 14 Maheshwara Sutras. Ayun Drilruk Ayong Ayauch Hayavarat Lanya Mangananam Jabhang Hadadash Jabhaghadadash Khafa Chatata Chatatav Kapay Shashasar Hal. 14 Maheshwara Sutras. Whole Sanskrit language is from this. The entire science of phonetics and how to use the throat fully from the base to the lips, entire range of the throat, the vocal cords, the mouth, tongue, everything beautifully the Sanskrit language uses. So, all knowledge, the source language comes from the Lord. Knowledge comes from Bhagavan. In our culture, we also believe that the knowledge is revealed by Bhagavan to the great rishis, the Vedic knowledge especially. He is the revealer of the truth. And Veda does not have only the science of absolute truth. It is how to live in the world, what is the purpose, why are we here, what is the goal, how to achieve desires, how to rise above desires. Everything is there in the Veda. This world, other worlds also. So, that knowledge, he is the source of all of that. Yasya Nishwasitam Vedaha. The Vedas are his breath. Vedas are Anadi. We can't say Bhagwan created the Veda. Because if it created it, it came into existence at a point in time. Veda is Anadi and Ananta. So it is not created by the Lord. It has not come on its own. It is the very breath of Bhagwan. Breath and the person can't be separated. In the same way, Bhagwan and Veda are one. So he is the source of all knowledge. Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. If you see all the different yogas also, he is the one who is to be reached through that. In the Gita also 15th chapter Bhagavan says, Vedair anekahi ahameva vedyaha. Through many Vedas, what is to be known mainly? The essence to be known is infinite consciousness is my nature. Infinite consciousness is the nature of the creator. We are essentially one. Jiva and Brahma are one. Vedai anekai ahameva vedyaha. So Bhagavan is to be known through all the knowledge, even all the secular knowledge, worldly knowledge. Maybe to earn the living is one aspect of it only. But mainly it is to see the temporary nature of this world, this creation, and learn to turn the attention to that which is changeless, that which is permanent. Because how much can we play with the temporary? It remains here, it is perishable. So Bhagavan says, turn. So we come here also for that only. Collect different experiences, go through life, and then at some point Vairagya has to come. Whenever it has to come, each jiva, their own journey, they will discover Vairagya. So Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. He is the abode of all knowledge. In fact, all knowledge is in our heart because Bhagavan is in our heart and he is the source of all knowledge. And that's why Vivekananda used to say that all knowledge is inside you. Education is the art of unveiling that. Just one has to know how to discover that truth within. The source of all knowledge is here. So intuition is what is more important. How to develop that intuitive ability, which will come only through a pure mind. And so Vivekananda's definition of education is to reveal the divinity inherent in man. That's the purpose of education actually. Education must bring me that knowledge by which the truth gets revealed to me. If I don't know who am I know everything else about the world. What is the point of that education? I don't know only who am I. As an individual also I don't know who am I, what are my traits, what are my strengths, what are my weaknesses, how to become a strong individual. And at the level of reality also I don't know. My nature is infinite consciousness. Then I'm only getting some information, earning some living. Beyond that, nothing. So he said, education is where the inherent divinity is revealed to the person. And so, Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam, all Vidya is meant for that, and he is the abode of that. Secular knowledge, spiritual knowledge, everything. And that Lord is in our heart. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hriddeshe Arjuna Tishtati is in our heart. So, source of all knowledge is in our heart. We don't have to go out to learn. At some point, yes, it is important, we do. But if we develop that ability to make the mind quiet, single pointed, pure, knowledge will reveal of its own. So many great mahatmas, if you see their life, it is like that. So, intuitive capabilities. How many discoveries our ancient rishis have made in different fields, science, management, art, literature, dance, so many. If you see Bhagwan Shiva, he is the originator of dance also, of yoga also, of Sanskrit also. So many. It will keep going on. Bhagwan is the source of all knowledge. Veda itself he is the revealer of Veda. Veda has everything. Hence, Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. So, when we contemplate that Bhagwan is in my heart, source of all knowledge is in my heart, what blocks is only my small little ego. May I drop that and surrender. Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam. Bhishaje Bhavaroginam. He is the one who is the doctor to cure the disease of samsara, not provide relief. Relief in samsara we get burnt nicely, roasted. Durvara samsara davagni taptam. In Vivek Chudamani, the student goes to the teacher and tells the teacher, I am getting roasted in this forest fire of samsara. Durvara samsara davagni taptam. In a forest fire, it will start small, but winds, when they are blowing, this forest fire will spread like anything. A few years back, so many hectares and acres of land and the trees and all of them, all burnt. Where? Australia. Like that, even in our country, in so many places across the world, forest fire. Amazon forest fire also. How many? Just that wind is enough and it will just massively catch up. So the winds of desire in our life, they create more and more fire. One is not able to remain peacefully, disturbs the mind. Even after fulfillment of desires, one is unhappy. More desires, more things, more discontentment goes on. So he says, I am getting roasted in the forest fire of samsara. Dodhuyamanam duradishtabhatehi. Completely, so many of these winds of desires, they are increasing this forest fire. Bhitam, I am very scared, and death is the final thing that is going to happen. Bhitam prapannam paripahi mrityoho. Please save me from fear of death. Sharanyamanyat yadaham na jane. I don't know any other refuge. I take your refuge, O Bhagwan. There it is a Guru, here it is Bhagwan. Bhagavan is a Bhavarog Bhishaj. Take refuge. What is this Bhavarog? Constant thirst to become. No time to be, to anchor in being. Who I am, no idea of that. So I don't know who I am. So I feel I am this body, mind, intellect. So I feel incomplete. Now I have to become complete. I have to become happy. One by one keeps setting goals. And people will keep telling you at every stage, get this, your life is set. Innocent, ignorant we are, we believe it. After 10 standard, your life is set. 10 standard, you just clear. Now, in for that 10 standard, that child is having so much pressure that parent have put aside everything and saying only focus on this, study, study, study. Life after 10 standard, one starts thinking, what will be my life? I need to get rid of this now and get some percentage, whatever is required. Then they will say 12 standard, then life is set. Then you finish graduation, you get a job, life is set. Then you get whatever, go abroad, life is set. Then you get married, life is set. Array, every stage life is set, you are going on saying, but life is not setting only. Continuously something or the other. One goal post I reach and the next goal post. You keep on changing. And nothing wrong by itself with any of these. But if I think that my happiness comes from this, only if I get this, I will be happy. If I become that, I will be happy. And continuously one wants to become, become, become. Again, I'm saying no problem even if one wants to become something. But without knowing who I am, without knowing what I really seek, I'm just chasing blindly. Then one gets it also. Then one feels, did really? What did I get out of this? Some people think, some people don't even think. This world, I am telling you, in one word, if you have to define samsara, it is hype. HYPE. Everything is hyped up so much. Are what is the reality and what is the hype you see of that? Oh, ha, ha. Completely hyped up. Exaggerated value we have given to so many things. And now that is controlling our life. Technology we created for our convenience, now it is making us a victim of it. Money we created for functional convenience, now we are victims of it. So many things like that if you see. Functional convenience is one thing, but psychologically how much we have hyped up. Education institutions we have created, but now what a hype for it. And pressure, I must get into this particular then reputed institution and then I have a solid CV. And people are dying because of that wrong notion that they couldn't get into a particular admission and into a particular college and a particular institution and they didn't get some particular percentage, die. How sad. Mind has hyped up. If there is something really of substance there and that is hyped up a little bit, understandable. Samsara, there is no sara, asara it is. And that has got hyped up. This body made up of filth and dirt, etc. Maximum it is a good tool for realizing the truth. इतना इसको बढ़ा चढ़ा के रखा है. Everything to pamper this body. This Shiva this is. And Shiva is forgotten. Going on applying creams and this and that to look younger and younger and younger. Are body's age, it will become old. It will die one day. It is a tool. Oh, you look so soft and skin is so glowing and wonderful and this and that. One layer you peel here, it will be stinking. One can't stand it. Bhagwan is a nice packaging agent, that's all. He packaged it so beautifully. One falls for it. Love at first sight. What? Bundle of manure. Walking, talking bundle of manure this is. Gurudev used to say that. 60 kilos of mobile manure. Came from cow dung, it will become cow dung. Came from dust, it will become dust. That's all. But itna usko badhaya, hype up. And for the comfort of this, what all things one has to do. This is Bhavaroga. Reality is I am Brahman, but I've forgotten that and chasing madly behind something. So scripture says, Arey, wake up. What are you doing? So Bhavarog Bhishaj is the one who deflates our inflated value we have given to samsara, brings vairagya into our life, helps us to go across this ocean of samsara. Samyak sarati, that which continuously slips is samsara. And Gurudev used to say, who is a samsari? One who is always somewhat sorry is a samsari. Goes on crying, complaining in samsara, always somewhat sorry. No matter what he achieves, is sorry. Because something is not yet achieved. One who is always somewhat sorry. Why? Because he's holding on to someone's sari. Cheekily Gurudev would say that, One thought. So many times people say, no, अरे इसकी शादी करा दो ये ठीक हो जाएगा. Why is he like this? Get him married, everything will be all right. अरे you first set him all right and then get him married. Why spoil the life of somebody else? But they put that burden on that person, saying that person will set this fellow right. Samsara is like that. Delusion. Anchoring in knowledge one has to have, not in delusion. So Bhavarog Bhishar is Bhagavan. He removes this exaggerated value. And that's why how he does that? Gurave Sarvalokanam. He is the guru of the whole world. Different types of gurus are there, but here it is specifically, see, guru means one who removes darkness of ignorance. So Bhagavan is in the hearts of all and he is the guru guiding everyone from within and from without, from both. So many plants, birds, animals, how do they grow? How do they know what to do next? It's not just some intelligence they are gathering from an environment around, it is within also. Trees, they communicate through the roots. They pass signals. If one tree is being cut, it will send out odor, smell, which will caution the other trees. It will communicate information through the roots. If a particular tree is chopped, the root is still there. The other trees, their roots intermingled within in the ground, they nurture and nourish this tree also. Many things are there like that in this universe, where there is so much of mystery and wonder, because the truth is something else. Consciousness enlivens the whole thing. So Bhagwan is the one inside each and every being. Gurave Sarvalokana. And every creature, if you see what level of sophistication is there in that creature's even physiological and physical systems. Like an ant, such a small little ant, it has 6 hearts. Can you believe? 6 hearts this little ant has. That body of ant only we think what a small little body it is. Isn't that in that it is having 6 hearts? How amazing. Bhagavan is the guru of the whole world and he guides from within to each one. Some of us listen, some of us don't listen. But at some point in time we'll have to turn within. So Bhagavan only makes that happen. If disappointing situations come in life, be thankful that Bhagavan is helping us to get vairagya and drop this moha for samsara. Moha can be dropped even through good situations, not a problem. But mainly through this disappointments, challenges. Then one turns within. One turns within more in difficult times. That's why Kunti asks that from Bhagavan. In Bhagavatam, if you see, Kunti asks Bhagavan Krishna that please give me pain. As if enough pain they have not gone through. Think about that. How much pain Kunti and Pandavas have gone through, like anything. Still she says, Bhagwan, you please give me pain. When Bhagwan is departing to Dwarka, after the whole war is over, everything, Yudhishthira has been made the king, he is ruling well. Now Bhagwan has to return to Dwarka. So Kunti is praying, Bhagwan, you please bless me with pain. Why? Because human tendency is when everything is going well, we forget Bhagwan. In pain, we remember Bhagwan. So please give me pain. Very unique prayer she has. So, Gurave Sarvalokanam, the Guru helps us to drop the fascination for the world, this Bhavaroga, helps us to cross over Bhavaroga by giving us Atma Jnana. And this Chinmudra is the entire Prakriya, Bas. With this, Bhagavan indicates how to go beyond Bhavaroga. And those students who are ready get it. And they cross over also. They realize the truth that till now what I was searching like a mad person everywhere, it's life after life after life, that Paramananda is my Swarup. Nothing more to gain. Realize the truth. Life is fulfilled. Then body will continue, it will drop at some point in time, who cares? It is like the garland on the neck of the buffalo. It doesn't matter to buffalo when that garland drops off. That's the example Shankaracharya gives in Vivek Chudamani. So the Jivan Mukta lives like that, identified fully with the truth. Gurave Sarva Lokanam. Bhagavan is the Guru who is Bhavarog Bhishaj, who is the doctor, who is the Guru, who is the treasure house. That is Dakshinamurti Bhagavan. Salutations to that Dakshinamurti Bhagavan. Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Now another beautiful meaning of Dakshinamurti is what? Daksha means one who is skilled. Bhagavan is the most skilled one. He is skilled in creation, sustenance and destruction. And each of them is a skill. You see how to create. Well, look at the creation and its variety and its minuteness and its depth. Amazing creation. What level of skill Bhagavan must have to create this sophistication? Our physical eye, if you see how this eye functions, even the best cameras of today can't match up that yet. Eventually they may match up with that, but what a system is created here. So brilliant. Just one simple one. Like that, if you see the whole creation, he's a master in creating this skill. Creation. How to sustain this and how to destroy this also. So many methods of destruction Bhagavan has. Through water he will destroy, through fire he will destroy, through air he will destroy. So many different ways. Earth also. Different ways to destroy, and then everything goes back into him and again it manifests from him. Skilled. How to take the jiva out of samsara, that's another skill. Not easy at all. So, one who is absolutely skilled. All knowledge and everything comes from him. All skills also he is an abode of. And Dakshina and Amurtaye means who does not have a form. Become Dakshinamurtaye. And Shri, in the shlokas, if you see the 10 verses of Dakshinamurti Stotram, you will see Shri Dakshinamurtaye. The fourth line will end with this, Shri Dakshinamurtaye. So Shri is the power of Maya. So that formless truth, using the power of Maya, becomes Ishvara, who is absolutely skilled in creating, sustaining, destroying the universe. That Dakshinamurti Bhagavan, who is Brahman, who is Ishvara, who is the Guru, who is our Atma, all the four are one. My salutations to that Dakshinamurti Bhagavan. So that's the beautiful meaning of Dakshinamurti. And the word Dakshina is also when somebody, Dan is given out of one's generosity, even when some favor has not been taken. Dakshina is given when one has benefited, one has got some favor. So tradition, if you see, the Brahmanas don't have a fee. They live on Dakshina. Whatever the Yajman gives, that Dakshina they live. They don't charge fee. So Dakshina there means a gift. And so here one very nice meaning is given about Dakshinamurti Bhagwan is that he who gives the silent gift of Brahma Vidya is Dakshinamurti Bhagwan. So that Dakshinamurti Bhagwan we will meditate upon and pray to him. Please help us to get out of this Bhavaroga. Cure it once and for all, not relief. When I'm pained in samsara, when I get disappointed in samsara, then go to some spa, go travel somewhere, spend some time with some people I love. Some relief methods, share whatever difficulties I have, and nothing wrong by itself, but how long relief can be done? Cure has to be done. That cure is Dakshinamurti Bhagwan and this Jnana Mudra. So let us meditate on that today.